Welcome to Blue Helm Space News Brief. You can find us at bluehelmco.com. On this day in 1961, Mercury Atlas IV launched on the first successful orbital flight test of the Mercury program. The mission helped prove the Atlas rocket's ability to lift the Mercury capsule into orbit. It is great to be back. Today is Monday, September 14th, and these are your top space news headlines. Astra launched its Rocket 3.1 vehicle late September 11th, but the flight ended during the small launch vehicle's first stage burn. Quote, early in the flight, our guidance system appeared to have introduced some slight oscillations into the flight, causing the vehicle to drift from its planned trajectory, leading to the command shutdown of the engines by flight safety systems, unquote, the company said in a September 12th blog post. As you are well aware, two full-size Starship prototypes known as SN5 and SN6 recently performed 500-foot high test hops at SpaceX's South Texas facility near the village of Boca Chica. And the next vehicle in line is nearly ready to soar much higher, company founder and CEO Elon Musk said. Quote, SN8 Starship with flaps and nose cone should be done in about a week. Then static fire, checkouts, static fire, fly to 60,000 feet and back, unquote. The launch of a Kawauza 1A satellite carrying a remote sensing satellite ended in failure following liftoff from Juquin Saturday. The TERS report stated that the specific reasons for the launch anomaly are being further analyzed and investigated. Virgin Orbit has asked OneWeb's bankruptcy court to require OneWeb to pay $46.3 million on a contract termination fee for 35 Launcher 1 missions it canceled in 2018. Virgin Orbit sued the mega constellation star 15 months ago over a 2015 launch contract that called for 39 Launcher 1 missions, with options for 100 more. OneWeb canceled all but 4 of those launches, none of which have occurred. Virgin Orbit asserted that the cancellation triggered a $70 million termination fee, of which $46.3 million remains outstanding. OneWeb said in August 2019 that the contract allowed for terminations without cause and for prior payments, of which it made $66 million to apply to the termination fee. United Launch Alliance is looking at 3 core versions of its Vulcan Centaur rocket, although an executive said that such a vehicle is, quote, pretty far out on the horizon, unquote, in a September 9th keynote at the Secure World Foundation's Summit for Space Sustainability online conference, the one I told you to look at. Mark Peller, Vice President of Major Development at ULA, said that the Vulcan Heavy rocket with 3 booster cores is something the company is considering for future markets that require greater performance than what the Vulcan vehicle currently under development can provide. In other ULA news, United Launch Alliance has begun assembling the Atlas V rocket that will launch a classified space satellite sometime before the end of the year. The company said September 11th via Twitter. The vehicle will get 3 new GEM-63 strap-on solid boosters made from Northrop Grumman. This will be the first Atlas V using Northrop Grumman's solid rocket booster instead of those from ULA's previous supplier, Aerojet Rocketdyne. The performance of the GEM-63 boosters will serve as a preview for the larger GEM-63XL version that Northrop Grumman is developing for ULA's future launch vehicle, Vulcan Centaur. Do you hear that? That's the sound of no worries. That's future shredding. Contactless on-site shredding from LA to Orange County. We provide residential and commercial service to meet your needs. You don't have to believe me. Go ahead and check out our Yelp reviews. Our friendly staff is here to meet and exceed your needs. So give us a call at 562-426-0557 or visit our website at futureshredding.com to set up a reoccurring or one-time purge shredding service. Again, that's 562-426-0557 or futureshredding.com. Law, policy, and events in space. The House is slated to pass a space weather bill this week. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer listed the promoting research and observations of space weather to improve the forecast of tomorrow, or Pro-Swift Act as one of the several bills scheduled to be considered under suspension of the rules September 16th. That method is used for the expedited passages of bills considered non-controversial and require 2/3 approval of members voting for passage. The Pro-Swift Act states the roles of those agencies for space weather and makes the Office of Science and Technology Policy the coordinator. It creates both an interagency working group as well as an outside advisory group with representatives from academia academic, industry, and other non-government representatives. It also directs a review of the existing space weather strategy by the National Academy. Quote, "We think that it's good to have another independent set of eyes to look at and provide some additional validation," unquote, O'Neill said. The bill also establishes a commercial space weather data pilot program led by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, modeled on its earlier pilot programs for purchasing terrestrial weather data from commercial satellites. That provision, O'Neill said, was a priority of Representative Frank Lucas, ranking member of the House Science Committee. The next rocket launches tonight. A Chinese Long March 11 rocket will launch the Jilin-1 Gaofen 031 mission from a barge on the Yellow Sea at 9:13 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I know, pronunciation, I get it. And in the fun links, I have included an opinion. It is called The Overview and Investment Trends in Space. It's a quick read, maybe not too long, but it is interesting. That is a wrap, y'all. That is Monday, a heaping pile of space news for ya. Do me a favor, share this podcast with friends, family, coworkers, dogs, animals, ETs, anyone that is around you. Share it. And then rate and review it. Leave me a little comment on the section in iTunes or on Spotify. I don't know if you can review on Spotify. iTunes anyway. Listen, there's good stuff coming. Believe me. Thank you to all the people that are helping us on the back end. Okay, listen. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I will be here, smiling, ready for you to listen to me and this podcast. All right, drink your water. Talk to you tomorrow.